to develop ourselves, because if you don't do it for anybody else, at least do it for yourself. Because once you do that, you get addicted to that process of just, you know, learning new things. It could be skills that you're pouring, you know, you're obtaining, or it could even be just that you're learning about dating, you're learning about women, you're learning, you know, just how to be more charismatic. I had to learn about these things. I read so many, I can't tell you, when I broke up with my ex, my most recent ex, the first thing I started to do is like, I'm not going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm not going to just start with another girl and just, you know, just act like nothing ever happened and I don't have all this hurt and stuff. I'm going to actually sit with it, take my time to heal, you know, read some books, learn about some things. I started learning about, you know, relationships. I started learning about narcissism. I started learning about making money. I started learning about just anything that had to do with mindset. And when I started to do that, I started to realize, wait a minute, I've been putting way too much of my energy and time and efforts into women, and none of that was going into me. And that's why they weren't attracted to me, because I was putting all of this over there. It's like, you need to start putting some of that back into yourself. And once you start to do that, that's when stuff will change. It's like you're working on your self-concept of yourself. You're working on your confidence. And once you start to do that, not only do women start to treat you different, everyone starts to treat you different. You start to treat yourself different because you have a different self-concept of yourself. And that was literally my number one way of transforming, from going from, you know, just being dumped and ghosted and all these things, and just not knowing what I'm doing with women and not knowing how to talk to women, because I was shy too. I didn't know how to talk to women for the longest time. I literally just got out there and failed, went on dates, went on Tinder and Bumble and Hinge and Plenty of Fish, whichever dating sites there are, I've been on them. I'll tell you.
You brought up POF.
POF, man. I went back to
wow. Who said 03? POF.
That's back in the day. Like, yeah. That's how far I went back. But I had to start taking those failures, you know, going out on dates, messing up, being shy, not knowing what to say, messing up my words, not knowing how to initiate the first move, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, hey, I'll say I had the kind of a reason. You know, I was homeschooled for the first 11 grades of my life. You know, so
they set you back.
Yeah, I was set back. Back. So my first day of high school, I actually had women coming at me, asking me, giving me their number, walking me to class. I had no idea what to do. I had no idea.
You needed me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had no idea. And the thing is, once I started to actually like learn and get better and stuff like that, get more confidence in myself, then I could talk better. Then I could, let's see, we got a comment, and they actually considered you. Hey, hey, in the beginning, there was not really, but
yo, it hurts when the cute faces say the mean stuff, don't it?
I know. I was like, dang, Queen Kiara, you had to get at me like that. Gee.
It stings just a little work. Ooh.
Just a little. It's a little. Hey.
That was dirty.
Hey, it was, but I appreciate it. You know, one thing I really do appreciate is the women that did turn me down, the ones that did not pay me any attention, that ghosted me, that, you know, made me feel like crap. Those ones are the ones that actually was the catalyst for me to actually get into the gym. I'll never forget my main heartbreak. Her name was Katrina. Man.
Let me check that name again. Oh, it's Kiara. Okay.
Oh, Kiara, yeah, Queen Kiara.
All right, make sure that wasn't her trying to come back in seconds.
What was I just saying? I was talking about
the girl that really
broke my heart, man. I was, but it was my fault. That's the one that got me in the gym. That was the one. 2017, right before I moved here. Or 2016, I think it was. That one got me in the gym. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the heartbreaks. And I feel like guys, you know, learn from all that. Learn from the heartbreaks. Learn from the failed relationships. Learn from, even if you're in a marriage, learn from the failed marriage. Learn from all that stuff. Because life is just going to keep going. Life is just going to keep on going, and it's up to you if you want to change it. It's up to you if you want to make the improvements in yourself. And so that would be, you know, my little ending message there is just, hey, make sure that you're pouring into yourself, you're growing. Because the thing is, if you want a certain life, you want certain types of women, you want whatever it is, you have to put in some work. You got to put in some investment of time, and life is just going to keep going on. And you'll be in the same spot here, dealing with the same type of women, dealing with the same type of situations forever, unless you actually take, you know what I'm saying? You actually got to take the action, learn, get better. And that's when things start to improve.
All right, I'm gonna talk to the other side. See, that's his side of the pink pill, the purple pill.
Let's hear your side.
And they get in the gym, and then they get abs, and then they get. We hate all of them, all the ab havers. I hate them all until they let me run them. I hate them all. See, I'm a person that I have to learn my lesson. You know what I mean? And it's funny because of the way I am. People think, like, if you ever get to like know me, you know how much I hold like women in reverence. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. There's no man that has been to my house. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do that. Like, I mean, if I find one and we got real cool, but like on a regular basis, dudes I don't be, hey, come over, let's drink a beer. No, I want to be with a woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, like when Cat Williams was talking to Shay, and he was like, I like women around me. I was like, bro, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I get down. So I learn, and it's funny, I learn lessons in the most weird places, right? Just weird, strange places. Tupac Shakur, who is not one of my favorite rappers. Sorry, Tupac lovers. I don't love Tupac like that. Sorry. I'm from Brooklyn. What you want to do? But he once said, oh, I just left my mind. Dang.
Oh, you said you didn't like it?
He said something about, I got my name from a woman and my game from a woman. Right? And because, like, he said that, and it made so much sense to me. Like, all the game that I ever really got, I learned from watching women. So you're the side of the purple pill you're moving off of how you feel, and you're moving off of trying to do the right thing with how it meshes with inside of you. Right. I'm the super logical side. That's my side is, I'm gonna say AB, and I need you to say C squared. Like, I need you to hit me with some Pythagoreans and put the twos up so I know what it is. So for gentlemen out there like me, there's a woman, I can't remember her name, but she used to do divorce court. Okay. She was the most famous divorce court lady. She's old now, but she's married to, like, she used to call her husband Mr. Big, and I can't remember her name. Judge
Millian?
No, Millian is People's Court.
Oh, it's People's Court.
She was the sweet black lady with the short hair. And
I know exactly what you're talking about. The kind of the pixie cut.
Yeah.
Pixie cut. Oh, what is her name? I can't think of her name right now.
It's killing me. But I tell all you gentlemen, I've learned how to be a better man by listening to, don't listen to Young Her. Because Young Her's a great woman, but she has that team woman in her. Team woman is the worst thing that's ever happened to women. No, real talk. I know this ain't, we're not going at women, but I need women to understand something. You're not supposed to be a team. There is no team guys. There is me moving for me, and if he says something that makes, hold on, I gotta get this thing. And if he says something that makes sense to me, then I go, true, but that's it. Yeah. That's my dog because he's my dog, not because he's a guy.
Right.
You all move like, what she said, that's right, girl.
Oh, the girl power, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'll tell all of you this. You need to start asking 2 more questions. I tell my female friends, you keep listening to women that complain about men, and you guys just take their word for it, and you nod, and then you go, man, these guys are horrible. You need to ask 2 more questions. I'm gonna tell a small little story. So I have a bunch of female friends, right? Or female associates. And one of them used to call me all the time talking about, man, these guys and these guys and these guys. And I would tell her like, hey, you only got 5 minutes because I ain't sleeping with you. So I ain't trying to listen to no other men about no story about other guys. Like, yo, I'm a tangent man, so you gotta bring me back sometimes. I'm gonna say this. Once I learned about the friend zone, I determined that I'm not resting in it. I'm not resting in it. If I think you're trying to put me in the friend zone, I will chuck a deuce so fast. You'll feel the wind. Whoosh. I'm out.
When the dude disappears, he just...
What? Gone. I turn into Homer Simpson in the bushes. Gone. I'm not playing your friend zone. I will not. Men, do not ever play the friend. I know, and there's women out here that goes, you're insecure because you can't just be a... No, ma'am. I don't want a friend. I want a wife.
Right.
And if I'm giving you all of my husbandy material, what do I have left for her? You're getting all the attention, all the male attention you want, and I'm not getting anything. You can keep it. I'm good.
Right.
I don't know where y'all got this. Women use insecure, narcissist, controlling, and another word. They use it all the time, and they never use it right.
Right.
Always use it incorrectly. But I digress. This woman, this judge, this woman has taught me more about being a man than any man in my life.
Wow.
And I'm being real, no jokes. Because for some reason, women, and that's another thing, women, stop telling men what a real man does. You ain't never met 2 real men in your life, but you gonna tell me what a real man is? No, boo. What you think a real man is what is a man doing whatever you want. That doesn't make him a real man. That makes him an idiot.
Facts.
But I digress. So this woman, I think it was the first time she was talking to a guy, and they were like the husband, and she was telling him, you know, you're not a bad guy, but I need to tell you something. She's like, what? Are you the man of the house? And he's like, yes. She's like, you're the man of the house? Like, you're the head of the household? He's like, yes. She was like, well, then you got to sacrifice first. And I was like,
damn.
Right? I'm like, you walked right into that, bro. I would have walked into that, but all right, let's see where she going. And she went on to explain to both of them of what it means to be in a relationship. And it was brilliant to me. Like, you're the head of the household, you're the first to sacrifice. That's our job. Our job as men is to be the first to sacrifice for the family. Right. Okay? My job is to protect them with everything I have. I'm the frontline defense. If you play games, I'm the tank.
That's right.
And it's their job to support me. It's their job. And when I say them, I mean wife, kids. It is their job to make sacrificing as easy as possible for me. Right. That's what love in a family is. That's why daddy got the big piece of chicken. Facts. Because daddy went out, because mommy had to stay home, so daddy had to work that 14 hours. Had to go work. So when daddy come home, daddy got extra seasoning. What, girl, is that smoked paprika? You know, I found it in the store. I thought you would like it, girl. You right. That's what he gets what he wants because he's out sacrificing. Yes. Coming home and giving. I'm talking about good. This is because I know women to be like, women's favorite, and this is what gets me wrong. When I'm saying modern women. Whenever I say women, I mean modern women, because I know some of the good women be like, he's trying to lump us all the same. No, I'm talking about modern women and the problems with modern women. Right. They automatically go to the extreme to try to defend something. That's what they do. So you'll be like, oh, girl, he just said no. Well, I ain't gonna have some man that tells me, no, I can't go outside like I'm Celie on the color purple. I'm like, ain't nobody hit you. Shut up. Stop being so dramatic. You know, but back to what I'm saying. So that is what's supposed to be a family unit. They're supposed to support you to the fact that defending and support and sacrificing for them doesn't even bother you. Yes. That's like what a unit is. That's why when they ask that question, who's supposed to get the first plate? That's why the answer is your husband. 100%. Not the kids. The kids are not a woman's first priority. The kids should not be a wife's first priority. Right. The kids should not be a husband's first priority. The kids should be the couple's first priority. Yes. But their singular priority is each other.
Yep, because they started.
You feel me? You
100%.
guys are what started it, and when they leave, you guys are going to be what ends it.
Exactly.
So you have to always take care of each other. I'm learning this from her. This is the judge. If I can remember her name, she's killing me. If you want a computer,
hold up. I do have a computer right here. Hold up.
Divorce court.
Yeah.
I want to give her props. She also taught me. She also taught me, and I tell this to women all the time. She said she was talking to a woman one day, and she said, and the woman was like, "Yeah, but he knows what he's doing. He says stuff, and he triggers me." And she says, "Sweetheart, let me tell you something." She's like, "Take your hand and put it on your back." The girl's like, she's like, "Feel all around. Do you feel anything?" She's like, "No." She's like, "There's no switches on you. There's no triggers. There's no buttons. You're choosing to act the way you're acting.
Right.
I don't care what anyone says. You act the way you act in response to that. That's your decision."
Mm-hmm.
Because if there was a guy and a girl was like, "You ain't nothing," and he was like, "Heifer, you ain't go," you would look at him like, "What kind of man arguing with a woman?" Okay, what kind of woman can't stay in her femininity and be calm and be relaxed? Right. I saw Charleston, what's his name? The guy
Charleston White.
Charleston White. Charleston White kills me. Charleston White do you remember that rapper Plies?
Yep, Replies.
Charleston White is the Plies of the red pill or of whatever he is community. Because I used to tell people, they used to be like, "Is Plies good or not?" And I was like, this is what Plies do. Plies will rap a whole verse, right? And the beginning of the verse will be some foolishness, some gangster, wet, boo boo, whatever. The end of the verse will be blah, 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 I'm a thug, whatever. But then he'll say something hard as hell in the middle of the verse, and you'll be like, wait, what? And then he go right back into the silliness. That's Charleston White. Because I'm looking at, he do 80%. I'm just like, bro, shut up.
He'll be saying some off the wall, then he'll say some real.
Then he came up and told, what was it? He told, he was yelling, there was this crazy lesbian yelling about how men ain't nothing. And he said, no. He said, you guys have lost your femininity because real men know when a real feminine woman is around, you change how you act.
Mm-hmm.
You pull your pants up. You don't raise your voice in front of her. You don't curse in front of her. And it's crazy because when he said it, it brought me back to flashbacks of being young. And Miss Johnson here. Hey, Miss Johnson, no one had to tell you. You saw other boys do it and you changed. You knew better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. Remember the girl I was telling you about that got married?
Yep.
Bro, I didn't curse in front of her until she cursed.
Dang.
I had to make sure she cursed before I could curse because I wouldn't want to disrespect her like that.
Right.
That is the power of femininity.
It's powerful.
You don't understand that. It's powerful.
It's so powerful.
When a woman comes in front of you and you wild and she goes, when that hits you, you're like, no, I don't want you not to like me. That's the power.
That's powerful.
That thing in you, like, that's what a real man is. The fact that can be accessed. Ladies, that is what a real man is. It is turned on by femininity. A real man ain't turned out by no boss babe. A real man ain't turned on by no BBLs. A real man ain't turned on by no girl. Period. And all that foolishness. Real men ain't turned on by that. I know y'all think we are. We're not turned on by the attitude. He want me because I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna spite. No, a real man is turned on by the sexiest thing my ex-wife ever did. We were at a game night, and her and her friend was getting into it, and I was sitting there, and I said, "Babe, you need to stop." And she looked at me and said, "Yes, Daddy," and sat down. And the other girl was going.
Dang.
And my girl sat there, and she just put her hand on my hand and said not a word. The girl's still going, and she just sat there like. And I looked at the other girl's man, and I said, if you cannot control what's coming out of her mouth, we're gonna have to leave. And he said, and he was like, and she was like, hold up, you ain't gonna tell him again. And I said, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Right.
Because if this goes any further, it's you and I that are gonna have to talk. And he got up, pulled her away, and made her come back and apologize. And now I respect him.
Wow.
You know? That's how I had to go. But this is all from the judge. I got to keep bringing it back because I know I'm a tangent man. But she was telling the girl, there's no triggers on you. You decide how you act. Just like my ex, because my ex was an emotional woman. Emotional. But she respected me So it overrode that.
That's everything.
And what you said earlier is one of my pet peeves when they go, a woman will be submissive to a man. That I don't believe in that.
Right.
I believe a woman is either submissive or she's not.
You
don't turn on submissive. You don't turn on submissiveness. It's not, there's no switch.
Right. Women, I know I have to say these disclaimers, okay? The thing that got me in the podcast was a line I said that a lot of women who were hating me at first, they understood that, but I'm really a good guy. You're not supposed to be submissive to men. You're supposed to be submissive to your man. Your man. Your husband, or the man that you think can be your husband. You're submissive. I'm not telling you to go on the street and some guy say something, you submissive to him. You don't even know him. You don't just go around. No. You respect him and you stay in your femininity, because I promise you, all the women that go out crying about, like the fake girl, he hit me with a brick, and all the girls that was like, I remember.
You remember that? And I remember that. The first people to say it was fake. And people, they tried to kill me for it. And I told them, I've been hit with a brick before. I have. Yeah. And your face doesn't just swell, it rips, because you're hit. Even if you're hit straight on, it'll dent you and it'll cut you. If you're hit at an angle, it'll scratch you. Yeah. But your skin's not gonna be intact. Right. So when I saw her face just puffy, I was like, she got some kind of allergy or something. That's not from being
not a brick. Yeah.
So I knew she was capping. But no, it's innate in men to protect femininity. I don't believe if a man rages against femininity, a woman in her femininity, there's something wrong with him. Yeah. You get away from that person. But a normal, regular, everyday guy, even the red pill guys, when real femininity steps in their face, they respect it. I promise you. And
they can't raise their voice and all that. It's facts. It's 100%.
Hey, if you don't know anything about me, Mike is right. You'll learn that. You'll learn that. Come to my podcast, they'll say, they got a whole sign, I got a whole shirt. Mike is right, because I'm 98% correct. When I say something, believe it. I thought about it, I'm not just running my mouth. You got the judge's name?
Oh, Judge Toller. Lynn Toller.
Lynn Toller.
Yeah.
Hey, if all of you out there, don't look at the first couple seasons. Seasons like 13, 14, 15, when she gets older and she starts to realize, yo, some of these women are out of their minds. She starts giving the best advice for men. The best advice. If you ever saw the one where she yells at this woman and she's like, you gonna lose a good man. She goes, you know what, sweetheart? You stay over there. You leave me your name and your number. There's gonna be a whole bunch of women calling here to meet you. And that's when she started giving it to these crazy women who think TikTok is a place to talk about your relationship. I don't understand these modern women, if this is who you wanna be, cool, but trust me, I'm gonna be there to laugh at you when you have 15 cats and no husband. I'm petty. I'm going to be there. And when we're in a nursing home and I got to earn of someone I loved and you got to earn of Mr. Kibbles, I'm going to be there and I'm going to laugh. Nobody wants to wife somebody who is just can't even compromise, who thinks I'm hyper independent. I had a girl tell me today, I'm hyper independent. And I was like, how is that working for you? Because you're single. A whole lot of dudes want me. A whole lot of dudes want your vagina.
Right. It's a difference. It's a difference. That is a difference.
I'm sorry. You got to stop me. I'll talk all day, bro. My bad.
Oh, no, you're good.
For real.
Like, I'll just piggyback off of what you said. You know, femininity is a superpower. I say that all the time because I feel like women now, what they're chasing after, we're trying to be so equal with men and all these things, but it's like, and in reality, we're different. We're different. And women are powerful in their own way, and they need to stay in that power. The femininity is their own power, just like the masculinity is our own power. They go hand in hand. But so there needs to stop this power dynamic. Oh yeah, we can make just as much money as men. We can do this like men. But at the end of the day, you can't. You know, it's just not. There's some things that women can do that men can do, but there's a lot of things that you just can't do. There's some things that we can't do that they can do. It's just nature. It's what it is. and
biology.
Biology. We're complements to each other. We're what the other is not. And the moment that we can start to really understand that, that's when I feel like, women will start being women again. Men will start being men again. Because right now, I feel like the red pill whole thing was to put the bridge in the gap with what was going on with the men, with the feminine, the feminist movements and stuff like that. But now I feel like there's just two huge extremes. You have the extreme feminist, extreme with the red pill, and now there's the gender wars. And I feel like if we all can just like take the pieces of the truth of each of these things, because I feel like what femininity was about was a great thing. Women's rights, women should be able to vote, women should be able to do all these things. Absolutely. They should be able to go in the workplace if they want to. Absolutely. I totally agree. Now, when y'all say that you want to be equal as a man, it's like you're going to have to do the things that men do then. You're going to have to work you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to work the men jobs, get on the poles and, climb up to the top of the thing with the electricity, the electric lines, and do it, at the end of the day, those industries, a lot of these industries are 90%, 95, 99% men. And we're just not the same in a lot of ways. It's just biology. But we should accept that. I don't know why we have a problem accepting that. Why are we all trying to be something that we're not?
Oh, I know.
Let's hear it. I want to hear it. Let's hear it.
Women look at men. The women look at, how they say it's really 20% of the men at the top that are getting all the women? All right. Women look at them, right? And they say they're fun. I want to be them. That's why. And what do they think about it? What do those guys do? They get all the women. They sleep with them all. They play around. They have all the fun. Women decided they want to be those guys.
Yeah.
But they can't.
They can't. It's not the same.
Women, I keep telling women this. Women love the fact that a man being a whore. Okay, let's do that. If a man is a whore, women love him because women don't want to teach you how to please them. Right. Women will never. No woman's like, okay, I'm not gonna say no woman because I've had one in my life. She was awesome, but most women don't want to. They want you to come in bed knowing how to tap that thing and boom. A man will teach a woman.
That's facts. That's facts.
There's too many. If a woman has to take out the trash, they have this, like they're offended. Yeah. You see? Yeah. It's like they want to be those guys, but they don't want to do anything that those guys did to become them.
Yeah, exactly.
Do all the fun things those guys do, but none of the harder work.
None of the work that it took to get that.
And that's the problem, because you can't. You can't. And all they do is add miles to their body and then wonder why no guy wants you when you're 40. You're doing this to yourself.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
It's true. That's facts.
No sense. Why would you want to? I'm going to say this, and this is for everybody out there. Go ask, do it on your own. Don't listen to me, right? I'm just some weird chubby dude in the hat that's adorable. Don't listen to me. Go do your own research. Go ask everybody that had a 304 summer, right? You know how they had you gotta have your little 304 phase. Men and women. Go ask them when they're in a relationship and they're in love, right? And then ask them, was it worth it? Ask them, what'd you really get from it? Because you know what? The 304 phase is just like the club. When you get up and you get older, you realize, man, I wasted a whole lot of my time doing that. Yeah. I could have been doing something constructive. Yo, nobody has completed that 304 phase and went on with their life and been like, man, I'm really glad I did that. If they do feel that way, I promise you that person is not mentally well. And I'm not kidding.
No, you're right.
That person is damaged. Because A woman is not supposed to give herself to everybody.
That's pair bonding and connection. That's a real thing. It's real. Who is that? Dr. Umar said something about that. He said, if you're promiscuous, you're emotionally damaged or physically. So he said you're some type of emotionally damaged or mentally damaged if you're promiscuous, because promiscuous people, they need to have the constant validation, the constant somebody. They need to be dealing with someone at all times. And exactly. And if they don't have, as soon as they break up with this one, they need to have someone right now, or else they don't feel validated. And so that it makes sense. And I realized, like, when I dealt with women in the past, I'm like, oh wow, yeah. I look back, she was promiscuous, and she definitely, there was some things going on mentally, but you don't think about that. And I feel like that was when I started to really see things, when I started to actually deal with some of these women. And then the red pill was just kind of like the light on the, you know what I'm saying, the dim stuff that I didn't really see. I'm like, oh, it was like a light bulb, like, oh, that makes sense. And so now I looked at it like, oh, there's some women that I shouldn't even mess with, even though they might be fine, they might be beautiful, all these things. I mean, fine. I had some that I had to just say, oh, no, I can't. Like, this is not it. But I had to really go through that, and it took me a while. It did take me a minute to really get to the point where I'm like, especially when I was in that long-term relationship, and she, you know, once I got to the point where I'm like, oh, this woman is not, like, she's not it. She's not. But I couldn't let her go because she was so beautiful. Yes, because she looked so good and all these things. But she was messing me up mentally. And so I had to make that decision. But, you know, I feel like that's what every guy, women too, everyone has to get to this point to where, you know, when you start to see how people are, when you start to see, you know, their true nature, you have to, like, take people for face value. What are they? What are they showing you? That is what you go by. You don't go by the potential. Oh, he could be so handsome, and he could be so this, and he could be so smart, and oh, she could be such an intelligent woman, and she could be a wife if, like, there's no ifs. Like, people need to stop thinking about ifs. Like, do you like this person who they are right now? And if you say, but I don't really like the fact that they do this and their attitudes like this, hey, well, you're not going to change anybody. At point blank, you're not going to change anybody. So you need to realize that if this person, this woman, this guy, whoever it is, if you're with this person and you see that this is how they're acting, this is how they're going to act if you were married. This is how they're going to act if you were in a relationship. Probably even worse, because they got you now.
You ain't going nowhere. I tell women, stop letting your vagina and your heart guide you. Use your head. I tell them all the time, but girl, he got me demonetized. Yeah, no, he don't. You just don't want to stop.
Just don't want to stop. It's a decision.
Make a decision.
It's a decision. Make a decision.
I could get up and go to the gym and get an ab like you, but I made a decision to sit down. That's all on me. I take full accountability.
But accountability, that's the main thing. It's like, if anyone wants to make any type of changes in their life or anything like that, or, you know, change their situation, it all starts with accountability. Because you gotta, wherever you are right now, there's some thoughts, decisions, and actions that got you to where you are right now. And so if you want something different, you have to do something outside of what you've already been doing. So that's where accountability comes in. It's like, okay, for me, like, I'll use me as far as gyms. Like, okay, I want to get bigger arms. I want to get my arms, like, you know, 26 inches or whatever. I can say that, but if I'm not actually in the gym a couple of times, at least 2 times a week, working on my arms, what am I going to get? I'm not going to get anywhere. So, you know what I'm saying? So we have to actually take the action. We have to actually be accountable. Are you actually doing the work? You say you want to do this, but are you actually being truthful with yourself? Oh, you know, I say I want bigger arms, but I only hit the gym once, and it was 2 weeks ago. You're not going to get any results. But if you can be accountable, like, oh, you know what, I messed up. You know, I'm going to start, and you start being accountable, like, yeah, you know, I'm going to start going on Mondays and Fridays, and you do it, and you stay accountable to yourself. That's when you start to say, oh, my arms are starting to get a little bit bigger. A couple of months later, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I gotta keep going. That's literally how you change your life. It starts with that one decision. It goes with dating, goes with your jobs, with your family, whatever. With anything you want different, you gotta. It starts with the accountability. That accountability will help you to make the right or the wrong decision, but usually it's the right decision if you actually are taking the accountability. The thing is, a lot of us don't do it because we're comfortable. We want to stay where we're at, and we don't want to face the truth. That's the other thing, is the denial, not wanting to face the truth, and it's hard to swallow the truth. It ain't easy, but if you can actually, all the
time, you can lie to yourself, but don't lie to me.
Don't. Don't lie to me. Oh man, this don't. And but it's facts. Be truthful with yourself, and if you can be truthful with yourself, things will change. It's just the way it is. Things will change. The reason why people get so hung up on things is because they're not honest with themselves. And you can lie to yourself all day and say, oh yeah, I don't know why I'm not losing weight. It's like, but hey, I've been sneaking ice cream, I've been sneaking this, I've been, no one else can watch me do it. You know what I'm saying? No one else can see me, but I know that I'm doing it. So it's like, you have to be the one to say, hey, no, I want to start doing this. I'm going to make this decision. I'm going to be accountable, and then watch how things start to change. SVMD, that is 100 true. Hey, you know it, man. Yeah. So, everybody is watching this episode is really just for anybody to take accountability, learn about the truth when it comes to relationships, dating, any of this type of stuff. We got to get better. We have to improve. We have to grow. If you don't, you're going to stay the same. You're going to be where you are. Think about how many times you said you were going to do something and you look back, and from 2017, and you've been saying, oh, I'm going to start this business or whatever. You've been saying it since 2017, but now it's 2024. And did you start it? And if you didn't, then it's like, whoa, dang, that was how many years? Like, that's 7 years. I could have done something by now. But imagine if you take that accountability, take the step, take the action right now. If you start right now, 4 years from now, even a year from now, a lot can happen in a year. A lot can happen in a year. So this is just me speaking from personal experience. If there's something that you want in life, if there's something that you want to do when it comes to relationships, if it's whatever, you just got to start taking the accountability, start taking the action, and try something different. If you're doing everything that you've always done, you're getting what you always got, then what do you think you need to do? You need to try something different.
Roll them dice, shake them up.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, I know it's been like about an hour and a half now, so I think we can probably end the episode here now. But man, this was a great one, and I know we got to do another one. I'm gonna come on yours next, bro.
Yes, you gotta come over here with us, definitely.
Yes.
and I already gave you the topic for what our second one for this one should be.
Oh, what was it again? What was that one?
All the things we've done wrong.
That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good. That's our next one then.
Yes, I know. I got a bunch of those. I don't know what I was thinking.
Hey, me too. I got stories for days. So
come on, son. I keep stories.
Oh, me too.
One is recent. I got one recent.
Oh, I
messed up.
Oh, we gotta go into that one then. So let me know when you got some time, maybe this coming week or anything, and we'll make that one happen.
Big facts. I'm gonna talk to my boys. I'm gonna try to get you. You said you here on Monday, or you leaving before Monday this weekend?
I'm still here. I'm still here on Monday.
All right, so I'm gonna go talk to my boys. We definitely getting you on.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because we have a red pill guy.
Yeah.
We have me, Mr. Purple, and then we have this guy who is the most cape wearing. Like, I literally start every episode saying how much I can't stand him. And it's messed up because he's actually my friend. He lives like 30 minutes south of me. Like, he's actually my friend, but I can't stand him on the show. It's just like, bro, like, stop talking. He'll find any way to blame a man for anything.
Oh,
like,
man.
The woman kicked him in the head. Well, why'd he put his head there? Like, word? That's what we doing. Like,
oh yeah, I gotta get on. I gotta get on this one.
Come through, bro. You'll see. So,
oh man,
I'm definitely gonna. I'm talking to them as soon as we get off. We gotta get you on because it's gonna be lit.
Oh, let me know, bro. I'm down.
Yes, sir. It should be
right,
Monday at 6.
Monday at 6. Oh, say less. I'm there.
All right. And we got a lot of shows though. We got politics on Tuesday. If you want to talk about politics. We got ahead in that. We got a one on wrestling. We got we have a therapist who we went to school with, who she does a show, talking to people about, the issues they've had in their past and what she thinks they should do and how to better themselves.
Yeah.
One that's just all the women that are riding with us. The women have their own show. Like, we got.
Oh, that's cool.
Then we got like people who do biblical debates. Like big time preachers do biblical. Yeah, we got a whole lot of stuff.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, anyone that's watching, wait, point the other way.
I know. It's crazy.
I don't get confused.
It's crazy. I feel like I'm in a music video trying to throw it.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it happen though. I gotta hop on that one. So,
yes, sir.
100%, bro.
Right.
Well, everybody that's been watching,
yes, sir.
Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have been great. Leaving some comments too. I didn't get to respond to them, but I'll get to y'all too. But appreciate y'all for watching. We're gonna have some more live shows coming y'all way, and as we always say, everybody gotta stay elevated out here. So peace, love y'all, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
That's my Madonna Vogue stuff. I don't know what that is. Got spirit fingers. I don't know what happened. I'm stupid.